Donald Trump today walked out on Nancy Pelosi, basically slammed the door in her face. Didn't want to hear what she had to say. I want to remind the world that this same thing that happened from Donald Trump against the Democrats when he expected them to drop their investigation into him because of infrastructure, $2 trillion to be spent, is the same thing he did to Kim Jong-un, the Marshal. When he came together with North Korea and he sat down with them, he wanted more than just the idea that they'd get rid of their weapons. He wanted capitalism to take over their idea. He didn't want communism there. He doesn't want communism there. And the reports have been out all over that Pompeo and Trump talked about building Trump towers on the coastal shores of North Korea. Donald Trump shows us that his idea of working with somebody when they don't work with him is slamming the door in their face and walking away. I want the world to recognize, if you've watched this, recognize there are people dying right now in North Korea because Donald Trump walked away from the table, because they don't have food, because they can't heat themselves, because they're poor. And it's a shithole country. Donald Trump said that. Those are his words. He doesn't care about countries like that because it's a shithole country. And when Kim Jong-un sat down at the table as the Marshal in a prophecy 2,000 years ago to bring the Koreas together under the great flag of the crane, Donald Trump chose to walk away. And now what? Now what do we do as a world? When we look at North Korea, what could they do? They could nuke Okinawa. Right on the south side, on the eastern shores of Japan, there's a fault line, a huge fault line. They don't even have to put a nuke in the air. They can just smuggle it over there in a submarine, put it right at that ocean base there, and pretty much sink Japan. That's how big that fault line is right there. All you have to do is drop one of those big old nukes right there, and he wipes out the whole country. Yet the President of the United States of America, Donald Jonathan Trump, thinks that he has the right to walk away for the whole world to not make an agreement to murder women and children in another country under the righteousness of capitalism. That he is such a good Christian, that he is such a good God-fearing man, that he has the right to condemn people to death and use the military and the resources of the world to state that he has the right, he alone has the ability to say, I will not work with you. I am Donald Trump, and I have risen from the sea of faces, and you shall certainly die because your people are not as good as mine. They are not the right color. They are not the right religion. They are not like me. And he walks away from the table. Shame. Shame on the world for not standing up to Donald Trump. Shame on the whole world. Shame.